There are some nasty rumors going around about Ariana and Cynthia. The headlines read that Cynthia's partner, Lena Waithe, can't stand Ariana Grande, and there are some clues to accompany this assumption because Lena's been posting some really cryptic things on her story. Lena then went on to share this picture, and this is a moment taken from when Paul and Ariana did an interview for Variety, I believe, and Paul says, "I watched you guys in the press tour," and Ariana says, "Insufferable, yes," which does that mean like Cynthia's partner isn't too happy with how this press tour has been going? She also shared this post of Ariana Grande, which doesn't give me much, but it's just kind of random.
And how do I say this? Ariana is just weird and I don't like what's happening. They are acting crazy and it's really bothering me. It's like an obsession.
This whole situation popped off loud and messy, and once it did, there was no putting the lid back on it. For months, people had been side-eyeing the energy between Cynthia and Ariana, noticing how close they stayed, how comfortable it looked, and how that vibe kept crossing lines that felt personal, not professional. At first, fans brushed it off as industry bonding or theater kid chemistry, but whispers kept floating around that something deeper was bubbling under the surface. According to people close to the situation, Lena wasn't clueless or asleep at the wheel. She was watching everything unfold in real time, clocking the looks, the private jokes, and the way Ariana allegedly kept finding excuses to be right next to Cynthia. And while Lena stayed quiet publicly, behind the scenes she was reportedly boiling, feeling disrespected and pushed to the edge by behavior that didn't sit right at all. What really sent things into overdrive was when Lena allegedly decided she was done protecting anyone's image. Sources say she felt Ariana was moving way too bold, way too comfortable, and way too slick for someone who knew Cynthia was already in a committed relationship. Lena's inner circle claims she finally snapped after one particular moment that made everything crystal clear, a moment that allegedly crossed from friendly into reckless territory. That's when Lena supposedly said enough was enough and stopped playing nice. People say she felt like Ariana was testing boundaries on purpose, almost daring her to react, and that kind of energy doesn't fly when real feelings and real commitments are on the line.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread, but I am in queer media, so that's my,
That's really cool.
And really take care of each other on screen and off screen, and just kind of have a really truthful friendship and a beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something.
I'm so
I know.
sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch that Cynthia Erivo gets.
It's not there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because the thing.
Now here's where things start getting even more heated. Word is, Lena didn't just wake up one day and decide to speak out. This had been building for a long time. Friends claim she had already peeped a pattern in Ariana's behavior, one that didn't start or end with Cynthia. Allegedly, there have been other moments in the past where Ariana was rumored to be overly cozy with people who were already taken, sliding in subtly, keeping things quiet, and letting plausible deniability do the heavy lifting. Lena supposedly felt like Cynthia was being put in a messy position, caught between loyalty and temptation, while Ariana stayed looking innocent on the surface. That imbalance is what really lit the fuse, because Lena wasn't about to let her relationship get played with while someone else hid behind a squeaky clean image. According to what's being whispered, Lena finally confronted the situation head on, and that's when everything spilled. She allegedly accused Ariana of trying to blur lines on purpose and called out what she felt was sneaky, intentional behavior. People close to Lena say she felt disrespected not just as a partner, but as a person, especially after keeping quiet for so long. The silence in her eyes was being mistaken for weakness, and she wasn't about to let that slide anymore. From there, the story only got louder, messier, and harder to ignore, because once Lena stopped holding back, the internet was already locked in, waiting to hear every last detail. Once Lena allegedly cracked the door open, the flood came rushing through, and people say she didn't mince her words at all. According to folks in her circle, Lena felt like she had been forced into a corner, watching her relationship get tested in slow motion while the world cheered from the sidelines. She reportedly felt that Ariana wasn't just being friendly or affectionate, but calculated, moving with a level of confidence that suggested she expected no pushback. And that's what really struck a nerve, because Lena is not known for sitting quietly while someone plays in her face. Those close to her say she finally made it clear that she saw exactly what was happening and wasn't about to let it slide anymore. No matter how famous or protected Ariana might be, here's where things start spiraling even more. Word on the street is that Lena allegedly believes this behavior fits into a bigger pattern tied to Ariana Grande, one that people have whispered about for years but never fully unpacked. The rumor mill claims Ariana has always kept certain parts of her personal life tightly sealed, moving quietly, keeping things private, and leaning heavy on secrecy. Lena supposedly felt that Cynthia wasn't some random situation, but another chapter in a long list of blurred boundaries and quiet moves. People claim Lena wasn't just mad about the flirting itself, but about the disrespect of doing it in plain sight while pretending nothing strange was happening at all. Sources say Lena felt especially hurt because Cynthia Erivo was put in a position where emotions, loyalty, and public pressure all collided at once. Allegedly, Cynthia tried to keep things calm and professional, but the constant closeness made that line harder and harder to hold.
It's been a pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope you will be there for the rest of my life. I hope you let my friendship be one of the things that you're learning how to let in. Forever I'm here.
I have been changed for good.
That joy he wanted to infuse in every frame.
Lena's frustration wasn't just aimed at Ariana, but at the situation itself. The way fame can blur reality and make people feel untouchable. People around Lena say she made it clear that nobody gets a pass to disrespect a relationship just because cameras are watching or fans are cheering. What really shocked people was how calm yet sharp Lena allegedly was when she finally addressed it. Instead of screaming or spiraling, she reportedly laid things out plainly, calling out behavior she felt was intentional and unnecessary. Friends say Lena wasn't trying to start chaos. She was trying to protect her peace, her partner, and her boundaries. And once that line was drawn, there was no going back because the internet had already latched onto every detail, replaying old clips, interviews, and moments that suddenly felt way more loaded than before.
After you first started working together, did you get to sing that together or perform it?
It's been a pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope you will be there for the rest of my life. I hope you let my friendship be one of the things that you're learning how to let in. Forever I'm here.
As the conversation spread, people started digging deeper, pulling up past situations and asking uncomfortable questions that had never been asked this loudly before. Some fans began wondering if Ariana's image had been carefully curated to hide certain truths, while others rushed to defend her, saying everything was being blown out of proportion. But regardless of where people landed, one thing was clear. The silence was officially broken and the narrative was no longer controlled by PR teams or polished statements. Lena's decision to speak up shifted the whole energy, making it clear that private pain doesn't stay private forever when boundaries keep getting crossed. By the end of it all, the story wasn't just about flirting or rumors anymore. It became about respect, power, and how far fame can push people before someone finally says enough. Lena reportedly made peace with whatever backlash might come because for her, staying quiet had already cost too much. And now, with everything out in the open, people are watching closely to see who speaks next, who stays silent, and how this tangled situation continues to unfold under the harsh spotlight.